Okay, now pretty much ready to go ahead and take the connector and start installing the wires. Here you can see where I started taking the red wire, looped it around here, which they'll actually be pressed into some quick snap fittings right here. And what I'm doing now is just getting the wire bent so it'll crimp easier in the supplied housing that's given to us to finish the installation. So right now just follow your color pattern designated for that switch or gauge that you'll be using. Here you get the teeth down, the flat end up. How I'm installing is I put flat end down first. There's a little snap here you can just snap the wire into, and then it just holds in place for a while, enough to get you started. Sometimes you take a little pair of pliers and just tug on it so seat in there and just hold in place for the meantime. So again, just putting it in right there, just following the color pattern for that specific gauge. Okay, now we just finished inserting all the wires. This is for the pyrometer. You got red, orange, and black for the power lines that are coming in, and these, the yellow, red, and copper, which is the bare wire, is from the sending unit. And in this configuration, their teeth are pointing downwards and towards the person installing it, like so. So that's pretty much it, and we're about ready to put into the crimp tool, like so, making sure it lines up properly. Take our pliers to assist us. Making sure everything's squared up, nothing's going to be damaged. Looking good so far. Okay, flip it over, see the reverse side. And we're done. That's it. The installation's complete. Plug into the back of the gauge right here, and we're done. Okay, now we're just doing the main power wire connectors now. What we're doing is we just got the main orange, yellow, and black as the main wire bundle that's coming up through here, and we're going to be daisy chaining all of the gauges. I got these quick connectors here. I prefer these a lot better. They're quicker and easier, and it allows you to splice them in and remove the gauges and run them in different configurations if you want. If you need to move a gauge, you find out you don't like the gauge in this number 2 position, you can move it to number 3 on the pillar pod itself. Pretty much right now, you can see right here, I just installed it. You got a place for the main wire to go all the way through. Then the gauge itself, you want to cut a wire that's a little bit shorter and it dead ends, and you just slide them in like so. Okay, moving on right now, you go ahead and hold the tool with one hand, and then you go ahead and take your pliers like so, and you crimp it down. Alright, where that little metal piece there, that little barb, cuts into both wires, and it creates a seal. Now you just go ahead and flip the little dust cover over, and you're golden. Okay, now all the wires here in the pillar pod are connected, ran daisy chained, and we're going to go ahead and be securing them now to the pillar pod with some duct tape. Okay, now we got the wiring completed in the pillar pod. We got everything tied back and taped with ducting tape. I prefer this type of tape better because it has a stronger hold, especially in cold weather and hot weather. It's my personal preference. Even though it is a conductive tape, just make sure everything is tucked away and covered and insulated properly. The only thing that is not insulated will be that one bare wire for the pyrometer. Alright, so just be careful with that. Other than that, zip ties, these quick connectors right here, and this electrical ducting tape completes the job for the pillar.